if we're given a linear equation, okay, so we're given this equation here for this linear relation, and you have to complete a table of values, because what you're going to do after is you're going to graph it, okay? So in your table of values, okay, so we're just going to draw like a T-chart. We have an X and a Y, right, which is what you also see in the equation. You see an X, right, and you see a Y. Okay, now they've given us values of X. Okay, so I included 0 because I want you to graph this with the 0. So X is 0. If X is 0, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's happening here is you're given X. Okay, we're told that if X in the first case is equal to 0, can we find Y if we know X? Okay, and how would you find Y? What's Y equal to?
Y is equal to 2x plus 1.
Right.
So you multiply whatever x is.
Yeah, in this case, in the
By
first
2.
one would be
0.
good. Excellent. So in this case, so we're always going to replace X with the number that's given. Okay, you always have to be given a value so you can solve for the other one. 2 times 0 plus 1. And what's 2 times 0?
2 times 0 is 0.
Plus 1.
1.
Good. Okay, so let me just erase this because we're kind of running out of room here. If X is equal to 0, okay, we just did the first one. If X is equal to 0, we know that Y has to be equal to 1. And like I said at the beginning, the reason why we're using a table of values with X and Y is because you're going to graph this after. You've just found the first coordinate, okay? We just found that the first point is located at 0, X, and 1. This is a point on a graph, right? We know that when you graph something, you always graph X and then Y, and you've learned about graphing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's just do the next one. If X is 1, now we're going to find Y. Well, Y is equal to 2 times X, so what would it be?
2 times 1.
Good. 2 times 1. Then what?
Plus 1.
Plus 1. And 2 times 1 is?
3. I mean, 2.
Yeah,
and then
plus 1.
is
Yeah,
3.
3. Good. Excellent. Okay, so what's the second coordinate when we go to graph this?
Well, x is 1, so it's 1, comma 3.
Good. Okay. And so on. So I want you to complete this all the way up to 5, and the next one's done as well. So if X is 2, it would be 2 times 2 plus 1, and we know that 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So the next coordinate would be?
2, 5.
Good, 2, 5. So right now we have 3 points. We're going to find up to the 5th when X is 5, okay? So I want you to complete the table. Okay, so once you've completed the table, you got 3 and 7, 4 and 9, 5 and 11. So right now we have how many coordinates? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all coordinates. So we can take these points, right, X, Y, and we're going to use these coordinates to graph this, and we're going to see if it actually does form a straight line. If it does form a straight line, then we know it has to be a linear relation, right? Okay, so we'll graph this on the next page. So when we go to graph this, we know that X is always the horizontal axis, okay? And Y is always the vertical axis. So we always start with X. So in the first coordinate given in the table, if X was 0, so we start at 0, we don't move. We don't move left or right, and Y is 1. So we go 0, 1. That's the first point. Good, you got that. Okay, and the second point was 1, 3, 2, 5, 3, 7, 4, 9, and 5, 11. Okay, and I think I plotted the points properly. It's hard to see, but yeah, does it form a straight line?
Yeah.
So we can actually take a ruler and, whoops, connect the points and see that they do form a straight line. So therefore, we know that this has to be linear. This is a linear relation, and it was represented by the equation y equals 2x plus 1. So this graph is represented by that equation.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.